Good evening. We're going to call the meeting for Akron City Council to order. At this time, for those who voluntarily wish to do so, would you please stand at this time as we're led in prayer by Councilman McKittrick. Following our prayer, I'm going to ask if Councilman Fusco will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to offer this prayer of peace and strength. Heavenly Father, today we seek your peace and strength. In moments of uncertainty, remind us that we are never alone. You walk with us, guiding us each step we take. Fill our hearts with courage to face each day with grace and faith. Help us to release our worries and rest in comfort of your love. May your peace settle into our hearts, calming our fears and strengthening us from within. Teach us to be a light for others, to uplift those who are struggling, and to love with a gentle spirit. Let your love be our guide, your strength our foundation. Thank you for your endless compassion and for holding us close. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now move into our swearing-in ceremony. The Honorable Judge Connie Hightower will administer the oaths of Fran Wilson and Bruce Bolden. At this time, I'm going to ask if Fran Wilson will please come forward.
I am going to have you repeat after me. First, raise your right hand. Repeat this. I, Fran Wilson, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Charter of the City of Akron,
the Charter of the City of Akron,
and all laws, statutes, ordinances, and resolutions
all laws, statutes, ordinances, and resolutions
enacted thereunder,
and
that I will honestly, impartially, and faithfully perform the duties of the office to which I have been elected, to the best of my ability and understanding, so help me God.
All power to the people.
All right. Congratulations.
And at this time, we're going to have the pinning ceremony. And so we'll have both of you come up from here. And so Fran Wilson is being pinned by his sister, Joan Wilson. We will now administer the oath for Bruce Bolden.
All right, if you can repeat after me, raise your right hand. Thank you. I, Bruce Bolden, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Charter of the City of Akron,
the Charter of the City of Akron,
and all the laws, statutes, ordinances, and resolutions
and all the laws, statutes, and ordinances and resolutions
enacted thereunder, and that I will honestly, impartially, and faithfully perform the duties of the office to which I have been elected,
perform the duties to the office of which I have been elected,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and understanding,
and understanding.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. All right.
We'll now have the pinning ceremony, and Bruce Bolden is being pinned by his wife, Desiree Bolden. We will now move to our regular scheduled agenda, and at this time, we will do our official roll call.
Bolden.
Aye.
Boyes.
Aye.
Connor. Davis. Fusco. Garrett.
Present.
Hannah.
Aye.
Kamer. Lombardo.
Aye.
McKittrick.
Aye.
Homobian.
Aye.
Somerville.
Aye.
Wilson.
Aye.
All members are present.
Thank you. Council, before you are the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? The ayes have it.
The motion to approve the minutes passes 13-0.
We'll now move to our public comment period. We do have 2 individuals who have signed up to participate. I'm going to ask if you are here, if you'll please stand at this time so that you may be sworn in by our clerk.
Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give will be the truth? If so, please say, "I do." Thank you.
Thank you. Just going to ask when you hear your name, if you'll please approach the podium, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak to this body. And we're going to begin with Gerald Gregory.
Good evening. Gerald Gregory, 645 Fulton. I'm here to talk about this. Wait, hold on 1 second here. Sylvia Trundle was an officer that was great in our community. And she came to my aid, my mother's aid, and my mother told me to thank her one day. I never got a chance to. But if we had officers like her, we wouldn't have so many problems with our young youth getting shot, because she knew the difference between hate and hurt. And she deserves this award that I got for her. You've seen it already. You remember it was the 19, trying to find it. I got it in here. But, oh, here it is. But we're going to give her this award, but I want the mayor part of it. And, okay, here it is. She's good at it. That's that. And I got that for her. It's a trophy, an eagle, but you already know. But she deserved it, because if she was chief like she's supposed to be, I think there was a little bit prejudice against her because she was a female. But she deserved a lot of recognition for what she did for our black community. And I feel like she needs that trophy, and I want us to present it to her in a proper way. And I got it scriptured, on all three sides. So basically, I want us to get together and recognize her, you know what I'm saying? Because she just didn't, when she knocked on my door, I think it cost the city about $30,000, because the bomb squad had to claim, it was just a bunch of, but she knew that it wasn't me. And she knew that if it would have been another officer, I'd have been in the penitentiary. But she knew who I was, because I got hired for the state the same time she got hired for the police department. I worked for Western Reserve State Mental Institution. And we both got hired around the same year. So I would always strike a conversation with her. But she learned me, and years later, when I got in a little situation, she knew that it wasn't me. And so instead of me going to jail, she took me to emergency services and said, you get evaluated, you okay? That lady got off her job, came down to emergency services, sat with my mom and said, hey, look, you got a great son. That's why he's not going to jail. And we're going to make sure that everything going to be okay. Man, she's a great. But hey, 3 minutes up. Yep. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gregory. Thank you. Don't forget your phone. Tasha Mills.
Good evening. Our issue is oppression, regardless of who it comes from, Fred Hampton Gun Club. The issues in Akron did not happen overnight and out of nowhere. In 2010, $68 million was funded to the police, $21 million to the health, and $4 million to housing. During that same year, there was pressure in certain neighborhoods, Jan Davis, Ward 4, and Margaret Somerville, Ward 3, your words. We've seen economic changes, housing instability, and program cuts. From 2013 through 2022, police per population was 88% higher than other departments. In 2022, 67 use of force incidents was reported, 94% higher than other departments. As a reminder, Davon Fields joined APD in 2020. Now in 2025, one can assume 36 of those incidents belongs to him, and yet he is still on paid leave. Also reported from 2013 through 2023, deadly force, 10 killings by police reported, 40% unarmed, 92% higher than other departments. Police violence by race. Black people make up only 27% of Akron's population, yet we make up 60% of those getting arrested and 50% of those getting killed. 61% higher racial disparities and deadly force than other departments. Mapping police violence, United Crime Report and limits. Disparities in arrests by race, for low-level crimes, 53% black. Drug possession, 19% black. Violent crime, 6% black. From 2018 through 2022, a lot of incidents and community complaints exposed deeper problems in public safety and social support. In 2025, here we are, still victims of these same behaviors, which are being ignored by the mayor's office and you all here within City Council. Jeff Fusco, you have served the community of Akron for 30 years and yet oblivious to the systemic issues. Use of force despite compliance or lack of threat, minimal or no disciplinary responses for repeated incidents, correlation with complaints from specific communities and demographics, negligent oversight, improper training, forming a pattern of practice. According to Title 42 of the United States Code, 1983, the Fourth Amendment, the Black community of Akron, Ohio has enough evidence to bring forth a class action civil lawsuit against the city of Akron and the Akron Police Department. It's time to reform. Fred Hampton, we out.
Thank you, Tasha. That concludes our public comment period. We do want to thank those who came down to participate. Council, before you is the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve? Is there a second? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
The consent agenda passes 13-0.
We'll now move into old business, starting with planning and economic development.
Time on the agenda.
Time will be granted. Public safety, Councilman McKittrick.
Continued time, please.
Time will be granted. That concludes our old business. We'll now move into new legislation, starting with rules.
Item 0, offered by President Somerville, Vice President Fusco, and President Pro Tem McKittrick. Resolution amending Resolution Number 373, 2023 to implement, supplement, and/or amend Rules 1.4, 2.3, 2.12, 3.1, 3.7, 4.8, 4.16, 5.4, 5.9, 5.10, 6.5, 7.3, 7.7, 7.8, 8.1, 8.3, and 9.3 of the Rules of Procedure for Akron City Council and declaring an emergency.
Councilman McKittrick,
Refer, please.
this item will be referred.
Item number 1 was withdrawn by the sponsor. Item number 2, offered by Lombardo. Ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of notes in a maximum principal amount of $3 million in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to pay the costs of certain economic development projects in the city and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Consent agenda, please.
this item will be placed on the consent agenda.
Item number 3, offered by Lombardo. Ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of notes in a maximum principal amount of $5 million in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to pay the costs of improving municipal buildings and facilities in the city by constructing, reconstructing, renovating, repairing roofs, remodeling, relocating, making site and other improvements, planning and designing facilities, and acquiring and installing related equipment, all as applicable, designated or to be designated by the Director of Public Service, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Consent agenda, please.
this item will be placed on the consent agenda.
Item number 4, offered by Lombardo. Ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of notes in a maximum principal amount of $2 million in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to pay the costs of improving the city's municipal parks and recreational system by constructing, improving, and equipping parks and recreation facilities and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Consent agenda, please.
this item will be placed on the consent agenda.
Item number 5, offered by Lombardo. Ordinance authorizing the issuance and sale of notes in a maximum principal amount of $8 million in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to pay the costs of constructing, reconstructing, and otherwise improving certain streets in the city and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Consent agenda, please.
this item will be placed on the consent agenda.
Item number 6, offered by Lombardo. Ordinance authorizing the purchasing agent or their designee to enter into an agreement or agreements without the formality of advertising for bids with Amazon, Grainger, and WB Mason for the purchase of miscellaneous supplies and small dollar purchases used by various divisions and departments of the city for a period of 1 year, authorizing payment therefore and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Consent agenda, please.
this item will be placed on the consent agenda.
Item number 7, offered by Lombardo, ordinance authorizing the purchasing agent or their designee to enter into a contract or contracts without the formality of advertising for bids for the purchase of annual subscriptions and maintenance packages for the software currently used by various departments of the city through December 31st, 2026, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Consent agenda, please.
this item will be placed on the consent agenda.
Item number 8, offered by Lombardo, ordinance authorizing the purchasing agent or their designee to enter into a contract or contracts after publicly advertising for bids for the purchase of materials and services needed by the various divisions and departments of the city for a period of time not to exceed 5 years, approving the specifications therefore and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Consent agenda, please.
this item will also be placed on the consent agenda.
Item number 9, offered by Lombardo, ordinance authorizing the purchasing agent or their designee to enter into an agreement or agreements without the formality of advertising for bids for the purchase of miscellaneous supplies, services, repair parts, and labor for machinery and equipment used by various divisions and departments of the city for a period of 1 year, authorizing payment therefore and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
The committee's wishes is for time.
thank you. Time will be granted.
Item number 10, offered by Lombardo, ordinance amending ordinance number 107, 2025, passed March 31st, 2025, which established the annual appropriation for the current expenses, other expenditures, and the capital outlays of the city of Akron for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2025, and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Lombardo,
Again, the committee wishes is for time.
thank you. Time will be granted.
Item number 11, offered by Fusco, ordinance approving the addition of property located in Copley Township, Summit County parcels 1505630, 1504125, and 1504082 to the Copley Akron Joint Economic Development District on a temporary basis during construction, authorizing the mayor or his designee to amend the Copley Akron JED agreement to include Summit County parcels 1505630, 1504125, and 1504082 on a temporary basis and declaring an emergency.
Councilman Fusco,
The report of the committee is for suspension of the rules with a favorable report.
are there any objections to suspension of the rules? Seeing and hearing none, the rules have been suspended.
Yes, thank you. As read in, this is amending the Copley Akron JED agreement on a temporary basis for 3 parcels for a residential subdivisions that is proposed. This is nothing new. We've done this before in the past with regards to residential properties. So it'll have more customers for us in terms of the water. And so with that, we're recommending approval this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. The rules have been suspended and the committee's report is favorable. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Nay.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Roll call.
Sure. Bolden?
Aye.
Boys?
Aye.
Connor? Davis? Fusco?
Aye.
Garrett? Hannah?
Aye.
Kamer? Lombardo?
Aye.
McKittrick?
Aye.
Amobian?
Aye.
Somerville?
Aye.
Wilson?
Nay.
This ordinance passes 12-1. Item number 12, offered by McKittrick, ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into an agreement or agreements with Summit County for the boarding of City of Akron prisoners and declaring an emergency.
Councilman McKittrick,
The committee's report is favorable, and we're asking for suspension of the rules.
are there any objections to suspension of the rules? Seeing and hearing none, the rules have been suspended.
We had a presentation today from our law director. The city used to retain a higher number of beds for possible prisoners, and it's been reduced, saving the city some money, so we are asking for its passage.
Thank you. The committee's report is favorable. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Roll call.
Bolden?
Aye.
Boys?
Aye.
Connor? Davis? Fusco?
Aye.
Garrett? Hannah?
Aye.
Kamer? Lombardo?
Aye.
McKittrick?
Aye.
Amobian?
Aye.
Somerville?
Aye.
Wilson?
Nay.
This ordinance passes 12-1.
Thank you. That does conclude all of our new legislation. We'll now move into committee assignments. Rules, Councilman McKittrick.
2 p.m.
Budget and Finance, Councilman Lombardo.
3 p.m.
Public Safety, Councilman McKittrick.
215.
Parks and Recreation, Councilwoman Connor. Planning and Economic Development, Councilman Fusco.
1.
Housing and Neighborhood Assistance, Councilman Fusco. Public Service, Councilman Kamer. Health and Social Services, Councilwoman Amobian.
2:30.
Thank you. And before we conclude, I meant to give an opportunity to let Council Representative Wilson and Councilman Bolden share a few words.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you. I am excited to be here. I just wanted to share some words of reflection as well. I wanted to introduce myself. So those of you who don't know, my name is Fran Wilson. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a fourth generation Akronite. I'm proud of it. I'm queer and non-binary, and I'm a community organizer from the wonderful, weird, and historic West Hill neighborhood of Ward 1. I took my oath on this binder, which some people in this room might recognize as something that I've been lugging around for years, to city council meetings, to different meetings in the city. And there's a lot of reports about equity and community and public safety in here from the last 5 or 6 decades that the city has produced. Things that I have learned a lot about and that I will carry into this role. I wanted to give a quick short quote, and I'll be real brief with this, but in Akron's 1969 Civil Disorders Report, which happened as the city studied a local uprising and wrote about the topic of inequity, this particular quote stuck out to me. The welfare or well-being of every person in this community is to some extent linked to the welfare of every other person. Showing up really matters, and change happens when we show up. When we show up to a block party or a neighbor's home when they need help, or to a public meeting, or to give public comment, showing up matters. And for the last 5 or 6 years, many of you have seen me shown up in this room, committee meeting after committee meeting, evening after evening, public comment after public comment. You've seen me oftentimes the only one sitting in pews during committee, asking questions behind the scenes. I've worked as an organizer in my neighborhood, which I hope to bring that energy into this space. And, we've rallied our community, especially recently around topics of police violence and housing inequity, around harmful development projects as well. Today, I stand before Akron, eager and excited about the work that we can do together, but also incredibly jaded and scarred by some of the poor decision-making that I have seen and witnessed in this room. I can also not help but mention that today is World AIDS Day, which in my community, LGBTQIA+ community, is a mournful day that we celebrate fiercely with respect and sadness for all of our family and lovers and friends that we have lost, a generation of people lost. For many, it reminds us that government needs to be pushed to do good. So I'm excited to do that work, and with you all. It is an honor to be one of the very, very small few of out-elected queer representatives who have sat in this horseshoe in Akron's 200-year history. For Ward 1 residents, you can find updates at akronward1.com. Our first ward meeting will be December 3rd at 6 p.m. at Balch Street Community Center this coming Wednesday. We hope to see you there. But to my neighbors, to my fellow Akronites and city councilors, don't let anyone define you. Show up because we need you here as well. Fight, work hard, and love thy neighborhood. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councilman Bolden.
Thank you, Madam President. It's been been an honor. And I want to thank this body from 17 months ago when you put your trust in me to represent and pick up the banner after James Hardy resigned to take over and represent the residents of Ward 8. I've done that for the last, I guess, 17 months. It's been about 17 months here. And I'm really thankful for the residents of Ward 8 for putting their trust in me. A lot of hard work of following up with residents, with issues, with simple problems, simple questions. We're very fortunate, I think, in this city that we have some great public servants who do the work every single day that make this city move. It can be leaf pickup, it can be police and fire, it can be everything that goes on in this city, and we all work together to do that. This council does the same. And I appreciate each and every one of you, the advice that you've given me and the help that you've given me on the way. And I look forward to the next 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Is there anything else coming before this body at this time? We have a motion on the floor. If there are no objections, meeting adjourned.
This concludes the live broadcast of Akron City Council. Margot Somerville, President of Council, presiding.